I did not watch the Oscars because I am not an English cigarette, nor am I a bundle of sticks gathered together, which is all to say I am not a faggot. But that said, I woke up this morning and the news was everywhere and everybody was talking about it and the memes were everywhere. And so I decided I would succumb to the pressure and share my thoughts, such as they are, about the supposed confrontation which took place, the black on black violence which happened at the Oscars last night. I'm tired of seeing black on black violence depicted in the media. You know, we need to have more positive messages about the community. That's what I say. But what do? We turn on the Oscars and we see one black guy slap another black guy. I mean, we see one black guy make fun of another guy's wife. it's just it's just really, it's all very demeaning, and I'm deeply offended by it all. No. Anyway, so what are my thoughts? What can I say about it? The first thing that I would say is that Chris Rock's joke wasn't really even, it was hardly a joke. It was a very lazy joke. It wasn't really that insulting, right? All he said to Jada Pinkett Smith was that he looks forward to seeing her in G.I. Jane Part 2. I mean, because she's bald, because Demi Moore was bald when she was the character she played in G.I. Jane. Really pretty lazy joke. He didn't say that she was ugly or even imply that she was ugly or that there was anything wrong with her appearance. He just pointed out that she was bald, and sort of tried to make a joke about her being in the sequel to a movie that's like, I don't know, 25, 30 years old. Not a very relevant joke, not a very creative joke, not a joke even with any bite to it. I mean, I know that when Ricky Gervais did his opening monologue and he said all those great things that he said, he also mixed in some just kind of bullying humor, at the expense of people's appearance. Like he made fun of Martin Scorsese for being too short and that he wouldn't be able to get on any of the roller coasters because he was too short. And he said that Joe Pesci looked like Yoda or something like that. Like he made fun of some people in the crowd for being ugly or whatever. But and so I guess this was Chris Rock sort of trying to do that. But man, there was a time when Chris Rock, could really fire out some incendiary jokes, some jokes that had some bite to them, and maybe he still can. But that wasn't even that much of. I mean, who cares? It's not an insult even. It's just anyway. So that happens, and then Will Smith laughs at the joke. Maybe it seems like kind of a fake laugh. He sort of goes, but it's sort of a polite laugh because it's not that funny. And then his wife sort of gives him or makes this sour face, and then as I understand, a minute later he gets up and walks up to the stage and slaps him. Doesn't hit him, doesn't punch him, doesn't do anything, but it's just a slap. Now, was it real? And if it was real, was it planned? Was it rehearsed? I know a lot of people think that, and I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. How can we ever know? How can we really know? I halfway think that when Kanye infamously interrupted Taylor Swift's great shining moment by getting up and saying, "I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce had the best record of all time." I remember at the time, back when that happened, this was, of course, when I still sort of thought the world made sense, and that we could basically trust what we were told on the news, more or less. So I had a long way to go, and that that things just happened as they seem to happen most of the time. So at the time, I just thought, Kanye just got up and interrupted and said something really inappropriate and just behaved like an ass. And I was all like, like, what's he trying to do? Start a race war? There's this pretty nice white girl getting an award, and then this aggressive black man comes up and puts himself in front of her and says, says that she shouldn't have, that this black lady should have won instead of him winning, instead of Taylor Swift winning. I mean, I just thought, what's he doing? Is he trying to start a race war or something on the Grammy Awards? So, but now I'm sort of thinking that, maybe that was planned too. I just, I think it's very easy to be very cynical about these kinds of things. And I've heard people say different things on different sides. I've heard people say, no, it definitely wasn't planned because Chris Rock looked really out of sorts afterwards, and he was fumbling with his words. Maybe. So in any case, whether it happened, whether the slap actually landed or not, whether it was all part of a plan, or whether it really just happened spontaneously, Will Smith goes back to his seat, sits down, and he yells out, "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth." And Chris Rock says, "Okay, I'm going to," which, okay, it would seem like if this was a contrived moment, that maybe Chris Rock would have a better answer to that, especially because he really gave him a great setup line. Keep your, he could have said anything like, I know a lot of niggas been in your wife's mouth lately, or something like that. That's my Chris Rock imitation. He could have really nailed him. I mean, it was a really, it was a great setup line. But he didn't. He just said, okay. So, given that took place, yeah, maybe it was real. Maybe Will Smith actually just did this. Just flew off the handle because his wife told him to fly off the handle. Because he was laughing at the joke at first, until his wife said, "Hey, that's mean." Because I guess she has a condition, alopecia, which causes her hair to fall out. I can see why it's, if Chris Rock knew that and made this joke, then that would definitely have been rude. I'm guessing he didn't know, and he just thought, hey, she's bald, and hey, G.I. Jane, and that was it. That's my guess. I don't think there was any real dark plot behind this joke, where he was trying to hit her where it hurt, or bully her for having this condition where her hair falls out. I think he just again wanted to make a joke about her being bald, and the first thing he could think of was a movie from 1993 or whatever. Anyhow, all right, so what else can be said about this whole thing? I mean, what I've alluded to already, I'll repeat right now. Will Smith was doing this macho, standing up for his wife thing, and I can, under a lot of conditions, I could really respect that. But as people have pointed out, this is a guy who let himself be completely humiliated. Last year they did some really uncomfortable video together where she admitted to him that she had, I don't remember how she put it, but she didn't say I'm having an affair with you, but she said something like I'm pursuing extracurricular or extramarital something or other. She put it in this weird kind of way, and Will was just sort of really didn't know how to react. He was just kind of like, he was just, you could tell he was put off, but he let himself be put in that situation, and you know that's not where you. If you've been cuckolded by your wife, you don't, you know, and you want to put it behind you. You want to stay together for the sake of the children. Although the children, especially the older child, it seems like there's already been some damage done with that boy. But I don't want to say too much about Willow, because, or whatever his name is. Is Willow the boy or the girl? I don't know. Whoever the boy is, he's still a little young, and I suspect that he's been a victim of, you know, typical Hollywood shenanigans, and so he just gets my pity. I'm not gonna make fun of him for anything. Again, this is just my suspicion, knowing what I now know about Hollywood based on story after story that I've seen about children who've been involved in the biz and the kind of things that they're subjected to, and what could the probable outcome, what can result of that. So let's just keep this, let's just focus on the adults. So you know, this kind of macho standing up to the guy who insulted your wife, even though he didn't really insult her, he didn't say she was ugly or again put her down in any way. He just commented on how she was bald, just like in the movie G.I. Jane. That's all that he said. But but anyway, there's a real, and this has been pointed out already, this entire incident has caught people's imagination, and you know, they're buzzing about it, and there are memes galore. You know, you just can't escape it. It actually gave the Oscars this dead institution that everybody hates. It actually gave it a little bit of life, a little bit of buzz. This year, I think the ratings are slightly up from the last year, but they're still way down. So it hasn't been that, they didn't give it that much of a boost. But anyway, it's kind of strange that Will Smith is okay with his wife sleeping with other men, but he's not okay with a fairly lame, fairly harmless joke that wasn't really even all that much of an insult. That makes him fly off the handle and physically assault someone, if that's what happened. Again, keeping in mind that this could all be a setup, and then use profanity on live TV. Never get arrested. Never. I mean, there was no. Again, somebody pointed this out to me today, that it must have been a hoax, because otherwise they would have arrested Will Smith. And my response to that was, there likely was a stand down order, and I know a thing or two about stand down orders. I've seen them before. Whoever was providing security for this gathering was probably told, he's Will Smith, you do not drag him out of the building in handcuffs. He gets to stay. Even if he punches a guy or slaps a guy in the face, physically assaults a guy on stage, he still gets to stay, and then later claim his award for something or other. I don't even know. I think he got an award, but I don't know what for, and I don't care. So So yeah, it's strange. It shows a real uh, absence of proper hierarchy of reactions. Let's just say. Um, but maybe it was all bullshit. That's what I'm inclined to think. So those are my thoughts. I guess I feel a little bit dirty about even talking about this, because talking about it gives it oxygen, gives it, adds to the buzz, adds to the hype, and I just think it's all pretty silly. But I understand why people found it funny and found it interesting. So tell me what you think below. What is the truth of this case? Let me know.